In today's video, I'm going to be showing how I created this fluid art piece using silicone oil. So let's get started. So I have a canvas here. It's 12 by 12 inches. And I'm just going to start by pouring the base layer onto the side of the canvas. I'm doing an open cup silicone pour, but I'm trying something a little bit different. The side where I just poured the acrylic paint mixture, I have propped up on 2 additional upside down cups. That way the canvas is slightly tilted, and I'm hoping that paint will glide nicely. The reason I'm trying this tilted canvas method is because I find with the open cup silicone pours, you are left with this big circular blob of paint with no cells, and it's right in the center where you had that open cup. It's always my least favorite cells and my least favorite part of the canvas, and it's usually right in the middle. So it is the focal point of your piece. If I keep that open cup pour to the side, I can pour off those cells right after. It's not right in the middle. In order for this to work, I need that canvas to be tilted at the perfect angle. So I'm just adding 2 more cups here and seeing if that angle will be sufficient. I'm pouring some of the base layer on, and it's starting to pour down the canvas. So I think I have the right angle here, and we will start our pour. I have my base layer, which is this pure white acrylic paint mixture, and then I have 5 other colors. We have the aqua blue. I also made a dusty blue, and then some black. Next up, I have a nice tan neutral color, almost a grayish. Cup sliding a bit here. I'm just going to adjust it back to the corner. And then the last color I have is this nice neutral cream. So other than the aqua blue, this palette is quite neutral. But I tried to use a good mix of very dark and very light shades, so the cells should look nice and defined. These mixtures are all acrylic paint, Floetrol, and water, and then 2 drops of silicone oil in each cup. I go over how to create those mixtures for a silicone cell pour in my previous video. So as I'm layering all 5 of these colors, one on top of the other in this upside down cup, I can see it is all seeping down in only one direction. I can also see some cells forming already. So far this method is working well. I'm just going to add some more of the base layer to the sides of the canvas here and just roughly spread it. So as this main paint mixture in the center starts to glide, it can grip onto that base layer and it will slide nice and easy. Having that base layer to grip onto as it spreads across the canvas will really help the cells to keep their shape. But I am going to use some of the base layer in the open cup because it is a pure white. It will look really nice with the black and the darker shades. I'm pouring these mixtures very slowly. I don't want the colors to blend together too much and turn into a muddy mess. Now I'm just taking more of that base layer, putting it on the edges. And I can see now that bottom corner I did miss. There is some open canvas there that's not covered by the base layer. So when the paint spreads to that corner, it's gonna have a little bit of a harder time gliding over that edge. But I've poured all of my base layer already. And now I'm just finishing all of the other acrylic paint mixtures. I'm gonna pour all of them into the cup. And it looks like it's almost glided all the way across the canvas already. So this should be nice and easy to spread. Now that all the paint is poured, I'm going to lightly torch the top of the canvas with just a kitchen torch here. This helps to remove any air bubbles. It also helps heat up the paint just a little bit which helps with the cell formation and spread. And now it's time to remove the cup. And this is the little circular blob that I said was my least favorite of these open cup pours. I have to activate these cells, so I'm just gonna glide this right across. It's looking really, really dark. I can barely see any cells. So I'm just gonna dip the spreader in the cup that had the base layer, get some white on it. And now when I spread, I can see the contrast a lot better. It's lighter. But you can still see that piece, it just doesn't go with the rest of the canvas, which is why I wanted it on the edge. Now I can just pour it right off, and my favorite cells will be left in the center of our canvas. The mixture is almost at the edge, so I'm going to go ahead and remove these additional cups so that I have a nice even canvas. Now I will tap it out here, just getting rid of any of those small air bubbles and seeing if we can activate any cells further. One more quick torch. And now it's time to spread this paint mixture across the rest of the canvas. I'm going to tilt this as slowly as possible. Just a few more taps here. And let's start to spread. I'm going to start with the corner I don't like that had that cup. We'll pour that mostly off of the edges here. So it's gliding nicely over that edge. Then we'll move to the other side here that has the piece I don't like. And we'll get that out of the way. And there we have it. So that's working out quite well. Now the center is all the cells that I like in the pour. Now we get to the corner I forgot to cover with the base layer. You can see it's struggling a little bit as it grips to that empty canvas. But I'm just going to go nice and slow and then tilt it right back to get those cell shapes back. And now for the last corner. This one has lots of base layer, so it's having no problem. It glides very easily. Now our corners are done. I'm still going to do some minor adjustments just to try to get all those cell shapes back in the center. So just tilting it slightly until the cells look the best that they can, in my opinion. And we just about have it. Lighting here is not ideal, so let's take a closer look in some better lighting. So this is the final result. You can see all the small cells. That's where the cup was. It's a lot darker. And then this part of the canvas turned out to be my favorite, with the cream and blue cells that are very defined right down the middle. And there we have it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to see any particular color palette, technique, or experiment, please let me know. I'd be happy to put that video together. Thanks, guys. Bye.